Well, hello friends now, and welcome to another episode of the Pirate Round. I be Cap'n Scarlet, and this here be the Scarlet Raven. Now, as we do on every episode of the Pirate Round, we start out with a toast to our friends. And we say to you friends how much we value your support of our show, and how much we miss you and wish you were here and joining us.
And we hope to see you sometime in the mini Pirate Fest that might be coming around.
That's true. Well, there's one coming up there in Lacey, Washington.
Which may be already over by the time we post this.
It may be, but we call it the Northwest Pirate Fest.
And then we've got the North Glen Pirate Fest in North Glen, Colorado.
That be in Colorado.
Which is in September on a Friday and Saturday. Friday night is more towards the adults. It is a night of partying and carousing, and then Saturday is the fun family day when they have cardboard boat races, which is quite fun. And actually Captain Jack Sparrow will be there.
Our friend Captain Jack Sparrow, who we'd hope to someday have on our show, but you know, is quite busy being Captain Jack Sparrow and running about.
So, well, he's always running about and hiding from everybody.
That he is.
He'd be looking for his black pearl.
Yarr. And so we say to you friends, welcome to the Pirate Round, and we enjoy having you here, and we value you very highly.
Your har.
Oh, that's smooth air. That Jamaica. Now
that'd be some good rum.
That'd be. Now, Scarlet, the other day when we took that Spaniard, I broke open a chest in the captain's cabin and I found one of these here.
You found yourself a nice pistol.
And this be a fine pistol. Now, for a pirate, it'd be important to have a pistol. Now, pirates also use long guns. Long guns, they used muskets, and they shot them from decks, and they shot the quarry on the other ships, and they were up in the rigging, and they would shoot down. But for personal protection and for close engagements in combat, well, your pistol had no match.
Well, your rifle, you had the long you had your land bass, and then you had your brown bass.
And they also had a thing called the musketoon.
The musketoon.
Which was an older version of the musket. And they also had the old matchlocks, which one day we'll talk about matchlocks and long guns. And today we're going to talk about these here pistols.
Well, you can see I've got one for each hand.
She does. Now, and here's the thing about having two pistols. You've got one with a left lock and one with a right lock. And these be put in your your belt. And so...
or hung by ribbon.
Or hung by ribbon, so they don't snag when you pull them up. You've got different sized locks.
Right, so you can reach down, grab one. A lot of times you didn't have them in a holster when you went into a fight. You have them on what they called tied to a ribbon, hanging. Usually 2 or 4.
Like this.
Now, Blackbeard actually carried 6, they said.
They said he had 3 brace.
3 brace.
Which would be 6 pistols hanging around his neck.
Now, he had a very specific kind of pistol, which was the turnout.
Yeah.
Which we don't have turnout pistols here. The turnout is a very particular. It's got a barrel that you unscrew. So you load it and you screw it. So it's a lot slower to actually load than this, but it's quite of a fine weapon, and he was quite proud of his turnout.
Yes, it's a very amazing their gun, the turnout gun. They liked it there because it was so small and powerful, and it was a little bit difficult to load. But it was a very reliable gun to have, and the gun of the aristocrats. And of course, being a captain of a ship, well, he considered himself an aristocrat, as we all do. You can tell we are aristocrats because of our hats and our fine coats.
We're nobles of the sea.
That's true.
The kings of the sea.
Kings of the sea, they call it. Well,
princes.
Queens of the sea.
Queen.
That's true.
That's right.
Now, first of all, let me say something about these fair pistols, friends. Never point them ever at anyone you don't intend to use them against. And that includes that one little unwinking eye over there.
Right.
You see too many photos of people who grab their guns and point them at the camera, and that's not right.
The first thing you learn in gun safety is you never, ever point a weapon, even a toy one, that you don't intend to shoot somebody or want to shoot somebody.
That's right.
You know, and when we're growing up and playing army and pirates and things like that, you know, that's a fun thing. But pointing it at the camera or pointing it at somebody once we've grown and we know better is not a good thing to do.
It's not. Don't ever get in that habit.
And you know, you do that nowadays, and the Shire Reef might be shooting you.
True. They take it
very
seriously. Especially
if it doesn't have an orange tip on it like these do not.
That's right, these do
they
not.
They look quite authentic.
Well, they're pretty darn close to be authentic here. And so we start out with how we have them. So you have your first cock, and that'd be just a relief so that you can move your prison up and down like this. your strike plate. You move it to second cock, friends. There you go. And now that exposes your pan. And you'd put your powder in there and then you close her up like that. And often people carry them there on half-cocked. The only problem with half-cocked there is if you go off half-cocked, well, they probably won't fire. You know, it'll just click in place because you don't strike much of a spark going off half-cocked.
Right.
So I'll do that there and I'll show you. Oh, well, not much of a spark, they say. So I'll take that back again. There, and then we'll close it.
Your dog.
There, close the dog there. Now, and then we'll pull it back all the way. 1, 2, there we go. Now, that's going to strike me quite a spark there when I have the hands to pull the trigger there.
Now these are both, like I said, replicas. They do not function.
They do not.
But, you know, for us pirates who like to play, these are really well made. These are manufactured by Denix.
Yeah.
Now, Denix has a really fine quality replica flintlocks because a lot of times their handles are actually made of wood.
Oh, these are made of wood. And they've got quite a good metal fittings on them, well made and well styled. A scroll work upon the barrel and upon the lock and the hands, you know, and they're quite amazing. And they're really well done. They've got your rammer here and your barrel. Got a good gunmetal finish on them and a good finish on the wood.
Quite decorative.
They've always been very decorative. Always been quite, you know, the Scarlet Raven's got lots of brass fittings, you know, and I've got lots of metal.
Now this one was a gift from the captain.
It was a gift there which I found and gave to her. And so it got a quite good pistol. And now I'll show you how it is there when they go off. When you've pulled them back all the way and cooked them. There you go. And so it knocks it loose. And that there fires. And so once you're done and you fired, well, you may not have a chance to load again because you'd be besetting up all about you by ruffians. So you grab your pistol and you turn it and you lay about you and you back your scullies, back your squad wags, back you and you knock them. And of course you'll see right here. Now
the captain's got his own pirate one.
Got the cat. I've got the Skull and Bones. I've got Jolly Roger himself there, and I've got old Roger. And then when I hit them there in the head, well, you know they've got that imprint on their skull, and I know they've been struck by Cap'n and Scarlet.
Right. Now I am I use this hand. This is my dominant hand, but I know how to use this hand.
True.
And my vision's not so good in my right eye anymore, so actually working with the left is actually a little bit better for me. But you know, the good thing about having two, if I wanted, I could fire this one. I could have one in this hand and my cutlass in this hand if I wanted. So there's a character in a book that we'll review sometime, Devlin, who
the pirate,
who actually uses the left hand.
He's got a left lock gun,
and it's quite appreciative. He loves his left lock, and he's got his cutlass, so he can shoot, stand and deliver,
pull his cutlass,
and fire away.
There you go. And an interesting thing about having a sword in one hand and a pistol in the other is that you can use the heavy pistol itself to block, and you can block a strike from someone, and you can block a slash while you're wailing about, and you can use it as a way to block yourself
if you need
and to wail back
and you can
throw it around and throw it or beat it back and slash with your pistol and slash with your cutlass and strike with your pistol, and you know it's quite a useful weapon. You can fire it once and let it fall, or you can tuck it back in your sash and then lay about with your pistol, and if you've got a bit of a respite there, you can quickly load it again and then you could fire it again. And so
the chances are you won't have a respite.
Probably not, but still, if it's be a prolonged battle, you can reload your gun and you can use it again. These pistols be made by Denix and they be quite good, quite authentic replicas and working replicas in a sense, but of course you can't fire real ammunition from them at all.
Firing a real flintlock is quite the trick. I've actually shot what they call a black powder Cap'n Ball. Now Cap'n Ball came later on in history.
I did.
And the Cap'n Ball is a little bit easier to shoot because as soon as your hammer hits the or your striker hits the cap, the delay is not quite as long. There's a little bit more of a delay when you do a flintlock.
True.
So you can pull back, you pull, and then there's just a slight delay before the gun goes off.
That's right. It's maybe a second or a half second you've got to hold it steady. Even though you've got a big flash of powder right here, you've got to hold the gun steady until it ignites the powder in the barrel, and out it goes, out the bullet goes.
So quite fine weapons. This is actually one I give the captain. He gave me one, and then the captain needed one, because every good captain has to have.
Well, I tell you right now, happiness is a couple that gives each other firearms for gifts.
Gives each other toys.
That's true. So, friends, these be pistols, and they be very important for pirates to have. And you know, I remember Captain Turner had a couple on him. He had a small one and he had a large one. You know, he always walking around well heeled so that he would be able to defend himself against rogues and Spaniards and those and the like, you know, who wished to hang him or take him or take his booty and that sort. And that we would do the same.
So, with that, it's time to end this episode of the Pirate Round.
That's true.
So we want to welcome everybody who's watched this episode, and we want to thank you as well.
Yeah.
And once again, remember to hit that subscribe button and the like button and the share button to share it with your friends and spread the word. And hopefully we can grow our crew a little bit bigger. It's kind of been in a lull for a little while, so we need to be getting some more. There's been a few people who've shared us up in the Sandpoint, Idaho area.
Sandpoint, Idaho, I say hello to you.
So we want to thank you,
Yeah.
and to our many friends that we've got all over the world.
That's
we do
true.
have a few of them that are worldwide, not many. Actually, I saw the other day we've got one in China.
Well, to you then, China friend, this is to you special welcome.
If you understand what we're saying.
I hope you do. I don't know, would you say ni hao?
I'm not for sure.
I think you say ni hao. Well, I say to you there, China friend, hello and welcome to the Pirate Round. You be a valued member of our crew.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
So, with that, we end this, and we want to thank everybody for, once again, as I said, for following and liking us.
Yar.
Be a pirate, be yourself, and
Always be true to
always
who
be
you
true
are.
to who you are. Be a pirate, and you know, we don't condone violence, but you know, don't let anybody push you around.
No.
Or get you down.
No.
Because you know, if you get down, well, you know, that's not good.
No, it's good. And you know, you see, friends, remember, you're a member of our crew. You be the brethren or the sisterhood of the coast and of the land and of the sea and of the ship. You be shipmates. And you be a pirate friend. Don't let no one push you around. Don't take shite from no one. We say to you now, yar har and farewell.
Oh, good stuff.
Good stuff.